G'day everyone, and welcome back to another shell finding adventure. The tide is up a little bit high still. Also, there is a breeze. I'll try to get out of it as soon as possible. I just noticed this on the sand. There's not a lot on the sand actually. It's going to be a day for the rock pools. This one looks like a lovely embossed Venus. I found one of these last time too, over a week ago, but this one's got even more clearer patterns. Anyway, even though the tide is up right now, it should be getting pretty low today, so let's hope we find some goodies out in the rock pools. While I'm waiting for the tide to go out just a bit more, I think, yeah, he is whole. Okay, I might collect up a limpet or two. I usually don't collect these very much because they look nice when they're wet, but then when they dry, they look very white and discolored. Anyway, this one is either a common variegated limpet or one of those other ones that sound like it's like a radiate limpet with like all the colors radiating out of it. I never really know with these guys. I'm not a really good researcher of limpets. I might take this one as well. It's probably another common variegated limpet. Can you guys tell that I was like really eager to go shelling today, and that's why I got here way too early? Anyway, it was nice having a week off after the, Australia Day and heat waves. But anyway, we've got ourselves a joined arc shell right here. This one should be the hairy arc shell, so called because of that brown periostracum on the outer areas. This one still has it, but it does wear away fairly quickly after a while. I didn't think there was going to be anything good sitting on top of the sand down here, and then I was looking at this for like 20 seconds before my eyes, he's got a stripe on the bottom, before my eyes landed on this one, and yes, he is empty. There's just a couple of pebbles in there. This is a very cute little cone shell with all that brown striping around the outside. I'm going to say it's a marriage cone. If they've got a bit of brown on a white cone shell, it's a marriage cone, but if they're all white, I tend to think they're a dwarf cone. Hello, you look like a juvenile cowrie. Oh, it's getting away from me. Oh my goodness, I caught a look at that pattern. Look at that pretty pattern on him. It is a juvenile cowrie. He was starting to grow his teeth on that side there. You can see the indentation where the cowrie's teeth should be. But on the other side, the shell is very thin. It's either like slightly broken or it just didn't finish growing around. It is a subadult clandestine cowrie. Look at that lovely pattern on him. Anyway, that one's definitely coming with me, although it's interesting to note that a lot of shell collectors don't like the juvenile and subadult shells. That's why you usually only see adult ones online if you want to buy them. Is that our friend, the joined discrepant Venus? It is a joined discrepant Venus. I think I've been finding one or two of these on every beach trip lately. They're becoming a super common shell around here, even common with them still being attached as well. My goodness, that is very eye-catching and just perfectly caught there. Yeah, there we go. It's got little black bits on it. Is that like little spores from the moss? I'm not actually sure what the little black bits are. I know what this white thing is though. There we go. It is a duck's bill limpet. I think it's sometimes also called a shield limpet. I'm not actually sure about that. I just know that it's got some alternate names. The actual live creature that used to inhabit this or have it as its home, it's actually all black, so its shell was like a complete contrast to the living creature. There is a water reflection right there, which is quite irritating. So I'm holding my hand in a weird spot. There we go. Oh, it's safe to look again. This one, I know it's a mitre shell. It's not one that I see terribly often. I think it's either the lovely mitre or something else. It's hard to remember sometimes with all these kind of uncommon mitre shells. That one is very, very black. I did pick up a few common variegated limpets before. I don't think they were as nice as this one. Yeah, that is a very, very striking contrast on top of it. A little bit of damage perhaps, but still pretty cool. I just noticed that patch of brown down there. It's a cone shell. Let me just kick it out a little bit. There we go. Are you a live one? He is not a live one. There's just a couple of pebbles in there. I mean, usually sometimes if the snail is alive, they can have their goopy guy in there that kind of sticks pebbles to himself. But in this case, they're genuinely, truly stuck in there. This one's actually fairly interesting. It looks terrible on top. But this guy is going to be bright orange underneath. You can get a bit of a preview of it right there. The rest of the brown stuff is this cone snail's periostracum. The periostracum is what the snail uses to help grow the shell to begin with, and it also protects the shell a little bit. So the fact that this is still on there means that it's a very fresh, empty shell. Anyway, it is the 1,000-spot cone. I don't know if I said that already. And a bit of bleach will have that looking very nice. Looks like a neurite. Is it a black neurite? Looks like it. Yes, it is a black neurite. There we go. They're very common on this side of the lighthouse, although I am kind of like right on the corner of the usual side and the other side. This guy often has a yellow spot right on their swirl there. It's very typical of the black neurites around here. Oh, I see him gleaming at me right down there. I also hear quite a lot of water. Let's see if he's still there after the whitewash dissipates. Yeah, this one. Oh, he is very nice. Hold on, there is also a zebra volute that I want to look at. Does he have the tip? Whoa, he does have the tip. Hold on, let me get out of the splash zone. That was a nice, decent-sized wave, wasn't it? It didn't take these away, so there's not much force behind them today, although I wouldn't want to be down there myself. This one is, once again, a zebra volute. It's extremely nice. Lovely little tip that matches the color with the rest of the shell. Sometimes you do find these guys with different colored tips, like orange, red, or brown. And this guy, the one that made me stop and have a little look, it's a lovely snakehead cowrie. We'll have to see if he dries nice and glossy. Sometimes you don't know until they dry. Is that a crowned cone? I think it is. I'm having a lot of cone luck today, actually, aren't I? There we go. It's just a little one, nice and dotty spotty. The crowned cones are the most common cone shell from here. This one is also quite common, but I don't really find it interesting enough to show. There we go. It is a white rock shell, also called the cartwright rock shell. I see him right down there in the shadows. You know, these flat sand snails have something called counter shading. So the top of them is colored to blend in more, while the white is or the bottom is white, so that anything looking at them from the bottom thinks it's just more sand. So they look very white, like the sand on the bottom, and they have a nice camouflaged color on top. This one is actually very beautiful. Look at him. He's got like a very strong line of color difference right in that center there on the top. It is, once again, a flat sand snail. What are you? Let's take a little look. Is that a yellow-toothed cowrie? It is a yellow-toothed cowrie that has become quite orangey brown. There we go. So these guys are supposed to be blue or kind of green with brown speckles on top if they're super fresh, but after a while they get a bit weathered and they turn kind of brown like this. That looks like a conical moon snail. He's got a big predator drill hole in the bottom, but yep, still super nice. When I say predator drill hole, I mean that hole right there that looks like he was eaten by another snail. They kind of drill into the shell to kind of do the yum yum nom nom eating things. That's just how it is. I don't know how to like make that sound better. Anyway, it's a conical moon snail is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of shells down here and shell grit, I suppose. This one has caught my eye because I could see that he's joined. Look at this little fella. This is a joined leafy oyster. I don't find a lot of joined ones, except I guess they're kind of like, oh, I don't know, every now and then. Still, it's super cool. Right in the shadow, the white teeth caught my eye. There's also, like, I crouched down. I'm like, oh, isn't that also a snakehead? Ooh, okay. Oh, he looks like he's got a bit of shine on him. Let's also take the snakehead. Yeah. Oh, there's water coming up. Less water than I thought. The tide is well and truly going down. The snakehead looks pretty good. The eroded cowrie also looks pretty good. Like, he doesn't feel super like wet glass, like super glossy. Neither of them do, but they feel pretty good. I feel like if I came to the beach looking for these guys like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I would not have seen them among the holiday crowd. So I feel like things are finally getting back to normal. Another cowrie not too far away. Yes, here we go. Why not? He, once again, doesn't feel super glossy, but still, it's nice to see any kind of cowries in the rock pools. This one is a yellow-toothed cowrie. It's like, it's pretty good, but still missing some of its brown speckling on top. But we can see that nice blue color underneath. Quick, are you empty or you got a crab in you? Oh, I'm not sure. I'll keep an eye on it, because if that's empty, that is a very nice shell. Ooh. And yes, I am in the splash zone, kneeling down in it all. Anyway, this one is a lovely Gaia Triton. That's about maximum size for this guy. Right in my shadow down there, he was gleaming in the sunlight. I'm, of course, removing the sunlight from this equation. Oh, he feels pretty good. Hold on, let me get him back into the sun, shall I? Here we go. It's another snakehead cowrie. I think he might be the best one so far. Mr. Shell has just found this guy. He has a hermit crab on the inside. I'm going to see if he wants that white rock shell I picked up earlier. He might not change out, but I'll give it a go for a few seconds. This Arabian's really cool because it's a sub-adult, so his patterning hasn't finished making his adult markings. This is his juvenile markings. Anyway, might as well just give it a go while we're here. This guy is shy. He is not coming back out again. Oh, no, there he is. Oh, he is tiny. Sir, look at his little foot. He is a tiny crab. That shell that I got out from is way too massive. Oh, no, he's not as small as I thought. He's so small for that shell. Don't tell me you want it, sir. I didn't think you'd be that small, but you're so into big shells. He must have something to prove. Like, does he have like an inferior... Oh, he went out! Wait, did he go out all the way? He did not go out all the way. He's still checking it. Oh, did he change? He changed! He changed! Everyone, I'm sorry. Yes, look at him! He's inside this old white rock shell that I didn't much care for. I just picked it up just to kind of like get myself going. Look at this one! There we go! I have for myself a sub-adult Arabian cowrie, a bit calcified along that join right there where it joins the body to the tooth line. Still super cool. I don't often find Arabian cowries in this growth stage, the sub-adult stage. It's probably my favorite, or one of my favorite stages for the Arabian and eglantine cowries around here. Super duper cool. Another cowrie. Are you intact? It feels intact. It is intact. Look at him. A few markings on the side, but on top is that beautiful orange color. This one is a cherry cowrie. He's got that lovely purple tooth line. The cherry cowries have purple teeth. You can also call this one a carnelian cowrie. I got the carnelian cowrie from somewhere down there. I did not actually see this when I was standing on the rock here. Oh, look at him. He's not too bad. Actually, he feels pretty nice. It's a little donkey cowrie. His markings are a bit strange, especially on that side. It looks like he's just got a little line where his markings are totally different. Donkey cowries are really lovely black and white shells, but I don't find as many of them as I used to. I feel like there's just not a whole lot of them around lately. There is another cowrie here. It's another snakehead. It's probably not a keeper. I can already see that there's a lot of white rings around that base, right around there. It means that this shell will turn very white when it dries. Actually, the one I want is right behind it in there. Also, I did see a crab scooch in when I went to pick up the was that the crabby? I'm worried there's a crabby trying to kill me, everyone. Can I shove this down and shove the cowrie out? Is that how that works? That crab, I think he's pushing against me. I just don't want to get my fingers nipped. I'm is this even in frame? I'm sorry, everyone. Oh, there we go. I have for myself a yellow tinted cowrie. He looks pretty calcified on the front, but still pretty cute. I think I'm definitely the only one that's managed to get through here because the tide's only just gone out and there's not many people at the beach today. Here are 2 operculums. That one is very green. He needs a bleach bath or he needs to be thrown back into the ocean. This one looks pretty good, a little bit banged up, but pretty nice. These ones come from military turbans. They are native to Australia. Although I don't find the turban shells washed up at the beach very often, but you will find military turbans more often in some of the beaches down south. Is there a crab in this one? Yes. Yes, there is a crab in that one. You are very cute, sir. I usually don't get the common tent shells, mostly because the crabs get them, and if the crabs aren't in them, the shells are probably too banged up for the crabs to want. Anyway, we will leave him to his crabby business. Yeah, cool. Of course he's alive. Yeah, thank you so much. Mr. Sheller has just passed me this guy. He lifted up a rock with his Herculean strength so I could look at one of the live Arabians under here. I haven't seen a live Arabian since we went out doing some nighttime shelling. Oh, sometime last year. Anyway, this is an Arabian cowrie. It is the adult version of that sub-adult one that I traded out the hermit crab from. Anyway, yes, that is his goopy guy on the inside. He keeps coming out. I think he wants to continue on his snaily business, so we might just put him back under that rock. Here are the shell finds for yesterday, and if you have enjoyed them, please hit that like button for me and subscribe if you want to see more shelling adventures. Oh my goodness, everyone, the Cowries and the Cones were back today. Super excited for that. And of course, it is time to talk about a favourite as well, so if you do have a favourite, please let me know down in the comments. My God, those cicadas are very loud. Anyway, I hope you can still hear me. I want to give a special mention to the subadult Arabian cowrie that I got from Mr. Hermit Crab. That was just like such a joyous moment. Very exciting. I might give a special mention to the lovely duckbill limpet. I don't often find them, and this one's got some very nice textures still intact on it. And you know what? Yeah, I almost thought about bleaching this before doing the shell display today because it's the next day. I would have had time. But anyway, we have a lovely 1,000 spot cone with a very nice lip on it. Some very nice colours and shine underneath that brown periostracum, so he gets a mention as well. But on to the actual favourites. Oh my goodness, where do I even start? You know what? I know where to start. I'm going to give a favourite to the lovely zebra volley that stayed in place when a wave came to crash in. It was just nice that it was still there, if I'm being completely honest. And you know what? One more favourite, because the cicadas are so loud. Oh, it's almost that lovely blue moon now. But as for the favourite, it's going to be a cowrie. It is this beautiful, shiny, eroded cowrie. It was the shell with the best shine for the whole lot, so it gets the final favourite for the day. And that's it for this time, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.